Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today on Faith in an Ever-Changing World, Encouragement and Hope. Today, my guest is Coach Paul Ybarra. He's the Next Level Mindset Coach and podcaster. And right after our brief intro, we'll be hearing from Paul. So stay with us.
On, my friend. Thank you so much, Janet, for allowing me to be on your podcast and with this amazing question about what is God having me do this season and how is faith working in it. So this season, God has literally transitioned me from, I'm still coaching. I am your next level mindset coach, but I'm also being transitioned into pouring into our youth and building our families. And so how that works is I'm a mentor at an elementary school, but I'm also mentoring a youth in a Christian school. And so this just goes to show that no matter where we are in life, whether we're Christians or non-Christians, problems still exist. And so to be able to use my testimony, to be able to use my coaching skills, to be able to use my pastoral experience is able to empower the younger generation in coming up. And so it has evolved from just coaching and mentoring, but also building programs out of my book, 100 Power Tips to Set You Free, and building a curriculum out of that as well, with a teacher's edition, a volunteer edition per se, to be able to go into schools, create conversations, and create spaces for our children to be able to share their thoughts. And so this is what Jesus did. Jesus asked a ton of questions, and every question that he asked, he got a response. Then he was able to minister to the people. And that's where we are in this day and age, is being able to have conversations, really truly dive into our youth, but not only our youth, but also build the family. And so how do we build the family? We build communities. And so this is where in our volunteership in schools, this is where God has really placed me, but not only me, a ton of other people that I'm connected with are really feeling the urge and the nudge to start going into schools and mentoring our kids. Because if we can mentor our kids, now we can win our parents. And so that's where God has me in this season. Now, how is my faith being applied to that? Here's where it's at. I look at things this way. Where was I? Where am I now? And where has God taken me? That all involves faith. Every bit of that involves faith. So where's my faith this season? Remembering what God did for me last season, where he's taken me into my now, and where he's taken me into my next. It's what I call the if and then. So Deuteronomy talks about, if you do this, then I will do this. So as I do my part, God is willing to do his part, right? And so as we're willing to do our part, that's where our faith begins to grow. It begins to be strengthened. It begins to take us to higher depths, into elevated spaces, so that we can administer the gospel to the people that are all around us. So I want to thank you, Janet, so much. I appreciate this moment in time, this opportunity to be able to come into your podcast. If any of your listeners want to know more about me, they can go on over to lifecoachpaul.com and check out what I'm doing. Hit that subscribe, hit that email sign up list per se, and let's get into contact. So I just want to thank you once again, Janet, for this opportunity, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Paul, so much for sharing that. And you are certainly doing a much needed uh, thing in this world today as far as working with the youth and the families. Thank you again, Paul, for being my guest today. And thank you all for watching. I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel and catch me on Spotify, and you can watch on Abundant TV Network. Just a great network for you and your family. Look up, friends. have faith and just keep looking up where our help comes from. Bye. God bless.